Welcome to this B1 Level podcast. Today, I want to share the beginning of a long story about personal growth, change, and how 1 year can completely transform a person's life. This episode will follow Alex, someone who feels stuck in life but decides to make a big change. Alex is 23 years old and works in a small cafe in the center of the city. Every day looks the same. Wake up early, prepare coffee, serve customers, clean tables, go home, eat dinner, watch something online, and sleep. Alex doesn't hate this life, but something inside feels empty. There is a quiet voice that says, "You can be more. You can do more." One evening, after a long shift, Alex walks home slowly. The sky is dark, the streets are almost empty, and the cold air feels sharp. Alex stops near a small bridge and looks at the river. The water is calm, but Alex's mind is not. Alex whispers, "I'm tired of living the same day again and again. I want change, but I don't know where to start." That night, Alex sits at the desk and writes in a notebook, "I want to improve my life this year. I don't know how yet, but I want to change my habits, my mindset, and my future. I want to feel proud of myself." The next morning, Alex begins small. Instead of waking up at the last minute, Alex wakes up 20 minutes early and takes a short walk outside. The fresh morning air feels like a new beginning. Alex says, "Small steps. That's enough for now." During the week, Alex continues making small improvements. Drinking more water, reading for 10 minutes every night, writing goals, cleaning the room, learning new words in English, practicing slow breathing before sleep. These little habits make Alex feel more confident. For the first time in months, Alex feels hope. Later, Alex decides to join a local community center that offers workshops, painting, writing, yoga, cooking, and even public speaking classes. Alex feels nervous, but signs up anyway. On the first day, Alex meets people who are also trying to improve their lives. Some want new skills, others want new friends, and some just want a fresh start. Alex begins to feel less alone. One of the teachers, Mrs. Lane, tells the group, "Growth is not a straight line. Some days you will feel strong, and other days you will feel lost. But if you continue, you will surprise yourself." These words stay in Alex's mind for many weeks. He started waking up earlier, exercising a bit, writing every night, and trying to understand himself better. Now, let's continue the story, because the journey is far from over. The truth is, change does not happen quickly. And Alex learned this in the first few weeks. Some mornings, he woke up feeling great, full of energy, full of hope. But other mornings, it was very difficult to get out of bed. He sometimes felt heavy, tired, or worried. On those days, he questioned himself. Can I really change? Am I strong enough? But instead of giving up, he remembered something important. So Alex continued with his small habits. Every morning he did a short walk outside. Even if he felt tired, he still tried to walk for at least 5 minutes. And something interesting happened. After 1 month, he realized he could walk longer without feeling exhausted. He even started to enjoy the fresh morning air, the quiet streets, and the feeling of doing something good for himself. At work, things were also changing slowly. Alex used to feel overwhelmed by tasks and responsibilities. His desk was always messy, his to-do list was confusing, and he often felt stressed. But now he started to organize his time better. Before starting anything, he asked himself, "Which task is the most important today?" "Alex, you seem calmer these days. What's your secret?" Alex simply smiled and said, "I'm trying something new. Small steps." Of course, not everything was perfect. There were days when Alex slipped back into old habits. Some nights he forgot to write in his journal. Some mornings he hit the snooze button too many times. Some evenings he ate unhealthy meals because he felt too tired to cook. But here is the difference. Alex no longer blamed himself for every mistake. Instead, he took responsibility without guilt. He would say, "It's okay, Tomorrow is another day to try again. This simple mindset helped him move forward. One weekend, Alex decided to visit his favorite place, a quiet lake outside the city. He used to go there when he felt stressed, but he hadn't visited in months. When he arrived, he sat near the water and watched the gentle waves. The sky was soft and gray, and the cool wind touched his face. It felt peaceful. While sitting there, Alex thought about the past year. He remembered how lost he felt before, how heavy life seemed, how stuck he felt in his routine. And now, things were different. Not perfect, but different. He realized he had grown stronger, more patient, and more aware of his emotions. For the first time in a long time, Alex felt proud of himself. He took out his notebook and wrote, "Change is slow, but I am changing." This simple sentence became a turning point. From that day on, Alex decided to challenge himself a little more. Not too much, just enough to grow. He started reading new books. He tried new hobbies, like learning to cook simple meals and practicing beginner-level yoga videos online. He even joined a small community class to meet new people. At first, he felt nervous, but step by step, he became more confident. The biggest change, however, happened inside him. Alex's mindset transformed. He no longer focused on the distance he still had to travel. Instead, he focused on the progress he had already made. He understood that life is a journey, not a race, and this realization made everything feel lighter. One cold morning in early November, Daniel woke up feeling more tired than usual. He didn't sleep well the night before because his mind was full of worries. Worries about his job, his future, and whether he was actually making any progress. Even though he had been trying to build better habits, he still felt like something was missing. He sat on the edge of his bed, looked at the floor, and whispered to himself, "Why is this still so hard? I'm trying, but I don't see big results." For a few minutes he felt hopeless. But then something unusual happened. His phone vibrated. It was a message from his old university teacher, Mr. Collins. They hadn't talked in almost 3 years. The message said, "Daniel, I'm organizing a workshop about personal development and career growth. I remember your curiosity and potential. Would you like to join us this Saturday?" Daniel froze for a moment. Someone from his past remembered him. Someone believed in his potential. Someone thought he could grow, even though Daniel wasn't sure himself. He read the message again and again. His first reaction was fear. What if I'm not good enough? What if I don't understand anything? What if I embarrass myself? But then he remembered the habits he had been building. Small steps, progress over perfection, being kinder to himself. So he took a deep breath and typed, "Yes, I would love to join." That simple message was the beginning of everything. The workshop. When Saturday came, Daniel arrived early. The building was modern and bright, with big windows that let in a warm morning light. Inside, the air smelled like fresh coffee and new beginnings. As people gathered, Daniel felt nervous again. Most of the people there looked confident, some even successful. But he reminded himself, "I'm here to learn, not to be perfect." The workshop started with a simple exercise. Everyone had to write one sentence. What do you want from your life in the next 5 years? For a long moment, Daniel stared at the empty paper. 5 years? He never thought that far ahead. But slowly, his hand started to move. He wrote, "I want a life that makes me proud, a life where I learn, grow, and feel confident in my abilities." When he finished reading his own sentence, he felt something powerful inside him. It wasn't motivation exactly. It was clarity. For the first time, he could see a future version of himself, a version that was calm, capable, and strong. A very important conversation. During the break, Mr. Collins walked up to him. "Daniel," he said with a warm smile, "I'm glad you came. How have you been?" Daniel hesitated, then decided to be honest. "I've been struggling. I'm trying to improve, but sometimes I feel lost." Mr. Collins nodded. "That's part of the journey. Most people think growth is fast, but growth is slow, gentle, and often invisible. What matters is that you keep going." Daniel felt his eyes sting a little. No one had said something like that to him in a long time. Mr. Collins continued, "You have potential. You always had it. You just needed the right environment to see it." Those words hit Daniel like sunlight breaking through a heavy cloud. Something inside him shifted. The moment of realization. When the workshop ended, Daniel walked outside. The air was cold, but for the first time in months, he felt warm inside. On the bus ride home, he looked out the window and realized something. He wasn't the same person anymore. He wasn't the tired, unmotivated, confused version of himself. He wasn't failing. He wasn't lost. He was transforming. Slowly, quietly, but definitely. He pulled out his notebook and wrote, "Today is the day I began believing in myself again." And that, more than anything else, became the true turning point in Daniel's life.